Good morning, TCG fans. On today's episode, we're going to recap all the player autographs I got at TwinsFest this year back in January and take a moment to wish all the dads happy Father's Day out there. I took my dad to TwinsFest, I think for the 10th time. We've gone since like 2014, and it's a lot of fun. All the players and alumni show up and they commit to these 60-second autograph signings, and then you can pay like $15 to $100 per session for these autographs, and all the money goes to charity. So it's a little less expensive than going to a card show and paying baseball players $75 an autograph. And so my challenge every year is to see how many autographs I can get in a full day. This year I tried to make it a little laid back. I had a plan to probably not try to get everybody to sign, but just have a more relaxed pace for the day. So this is the schedule that they give you when you walk in, and the layout of where all the players are signing and all the other activities you can do in the Delta Sky Club. And then you get in line to get player autographs, and they give you a card. You have to have a card to pay for your autograph and to get your signatures. So it's kind of a two-step process, but you actually have to be in the line to get the card. You can leave the line once you get your card, but you got to get back in line before the line moves into the room. Otherwise, you won't be able to get back in line and get your autograph. So there's a couple different strategies. A lot of players and fans just kind of go for one particular player. And if there's a player that you really want who's really popular, you got to get in line an hour or two earlier. One of those players was Joe Mauer, who was just inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame as a first ballot Hall of Famer. We got a couple of Joe's autographs last year, so we decided to skip Joe first thing in the morning and tried our luck with Byron Buxton, who was not at TwinsFest last year. It's also impossible to wait to get in line 2 to 3 hours early for the first group, because they start at 9:15 and the doors open at 9, so you have to wait outside in the cold weather for several hours, which some people did. I think some people waited 2 or 3 hours for Joe Mauer outside. Luckily, the temperature was only like 30 or 40 degrees that day, as opposed to the last year, which was negative below zero. So we waited in line. We got there right around 9 o'clock when the doors opened, and still had to wait in line for about 15 to 20 minutes to get through the line to get into the stadium. You have to have tickets just like a regular baseball game. You can get those through the baseball app. And then we were into the doors, and we ran downstairs to get in the Byron Buxton line, and they were in the Champions Club, which holds up several hundred people. And so we were towards the very end of the Byron Buxton line, but we waited in that line for about 45 minutes, and we're cutting it pretty close to the end of the line there, but we were able to do it. We did get Byron Buxton's autograph this year, and I had Byron sign this commemorative Father's Day relic card. It was like a little patch of a Twins jersey in there with the Minnesota state on it, and so Byron signed it right on the perfect spot. Some of these cards have gloss where the player is, and so if you sign across this image and the other part of the card, part of the autograph will smear and then the other part will stick. But Byron knew just what to do, and he signed it right there in the by the base of the card. So we'll put that up there. Happy Father's Day again. Also signing with Byron Buxton was Eduardo Julian, who I think signs his name Eddie. I use these Minnesota signature cards for some of the key players, and then on the back you can list, like, you can spell their name, include the date and the event that you got signed at. So that's Eddie Julian's signature card. And then from there, Dad and I split up. Dad really wanted to get Tom Kelly, Juan Berenguer, and Kent Herbeck's signature, who were all part of the late 90s World Series team. So we went upstairs, dropped Dad off at the Delta Sky Club to get those autographs, and I went up to the boardroom to get Rocco Baldelli's autograph, who's the manager of the Twins. Rocco signed this Allen and Ginter's insert card for me. That was pretty awesome. Here he is in a Tampa Bay Rays player's uniform. Rocco played for the Rays for a couple years. and now has been the Twins manager for a few years. Also signing at that station was Ryan Jeffers and supposed to be Nick Gordon, but Nick Gordon was not able to make it, so we just got Ryan Jeffers' signature. This one was on a pro debut Topps card, which also has the glossy player image like the Byron Buxton card, but this signature stuck pretty well, so happy to have that Ryan Jeffers card to the collection. From there, Dad was still in the Tom Kelly, Juan Berenguer, Kent Hrbek line, so I ran all the way back down to the Champions Club to get Jose Miranda to sign the card again. He was signing in a group of 4 players, and they were charging $20, so $5 per autograph. And so I got all 4 of them to sign. The line was empty. It was the same room where the Byron Buxton group was signing. So I jumped in the room, got all the way through the line in about 5 minutes, and got these 4 signatures to show you. I have this Jose Miranda rookie card, which he signed really nicely on the bottom there. I have 2 other from last year. One of the signatures got smudged, kind of like this Alex Kirilloff. This is a Next Wave rookie card, but the surface of the card is glossy, so the Sharpie smeared a little bit on there. You can kind of see that. But either way, that's a really cool Alex Kirilloff card. It's numbered 9 of 99, so I like that a lot. I also had Jace Tingler and Luis Ramirez were coaches. They were signing at that group, so I had these signature cards. Sometimes I use just the generic signature cards for players that maybe didn't debut on the Twins or may have gotten traded from a different team, or coaches who may have whose time on the team is usually shorter than most of the ball players. So that's Jace and Luis cards. Then I have then I met up with Dad. Actually, we had lunch after that. We had some time to catch lunch. And then we were going to go down and catch Trevor Plouffe and Jock Jones and Michael Kadire. But we walked past the Paul Molitor, Ron Gardenhire line. And there didn't seem like there was a line, but it had just started. So Dad asked the attendant, which line is this? How much time is signing? And she said, it just started, and there was only like 20 people in line. So we quickly jumped in the Paul Molitor, Ron Gardenhire line, and paid $70 for these 2 autographs. So they were charging like $35 a player, which is pretty good. This is a Paul Molitor second-year card that I had from Topps. I think it is 1979 when he was in the Brewers. Kind of a nice little photo of him. I did, after the convention, I did pick up a Paul Molitor rookie, so if I go back next year, I might have Paul sign his rookie card. But that's the Paul Molitor card. He was a coach manager for a number of years. He was signing with Ron Gardenhire, who was also the manager before Paul Molitor, and Gardy was also a third base coach on the 91 World Series team. So he's been with the Twins organization for a long time. Here's his rookie card when he was with the New York Mets. He signed it right there on that little photo of him, so that's pretty nice. Then we ran downstairs and ran into the Trevor Plouffe room, who was by the third base lounge. And I had kind of planned to stay in that room all day long. Just kind of like concentrate on those players, just so I could get some of the key players I wanted to get this year. So Trevor Plouffe has a podcast. He also is on the John Boy podcast a lot. He's got a great radio talk show host. So I like a lot of his content. He's a good Twins player, great alumni. Happy to support him. So I chatted with him for a bit in that line. And then he was signing with Tom Quinlan, a former Twins player. Put that right there. Yeah, he was signing with Tom Quinlan, who was a former Twins player. I looked up Tom's stats. He played about four years with the Blue Jays, and I think he only did 1 season with the Twins, and he only had 6 at-bats. So I thought that was interesting that he just happened to be in town and was signing. He didn't have a single hit for the Twins. But anyway, we got Tom Quinlan's signature. Sometimes it's nice to collect those and add those to the collection. Michael Kadire was also in that group, former Twins player. I have a few of his signatures, but I didn't have it on this Heritage card, so I had him sign that one. The card also has like his facsimile signature, like they put it on the card, but you can see his real signature is a lot nicer than the facsimile was, so that's pretty cool. So that's Michael Kadire. Sometimes goes by Cuddy is his nickname, and then the fourth player at that table was Jock Jones, who's one of my favorite players from back in the Metrodome era. This is an extreme extra edition elite foil card that the silver pen signed pretty good on that, so that's great. There's also this other Heritage card that has the facsimile signature, like the Kadire card, and Jock signed this one in black Sharpie, which stuck really well, so that's Jock Jones card. And then what I did is I got out of that line, and then I saw that the Royce Lewis line was already forming, which that signature started at 3:15, so it was probably 12:30 by the time I got out of the Trevor Plouffe line. So Dad and I decided to hold our spot in the Royce Lewis line about 3 hours early, 2.5, 3 hours early, just so we could be sure to get a card and a signature from Royce Lewis. So we did that, and then in about an hour, it took me about an hour to wait in that line until the Austin Martin group started signing. So I was able to wait for them to start passing out the cards for the Royce Lewis line, which was about 90 minutes before that session started. And then once I got the Royce Lewis number card, I ran into the Austin Martin room, which was still in the third base lounge. I got Austin Martin to sign this foil card, this chrome prospect card. He was also signing with Matt Cantorino, who really liked this card that he signed. This is a foil Bowman card as well, so Matt signed that card. Then they were signing with Simeon Woods Richardson, who signed this Topps card when he was on the Toronto Blue Jays. I thought they should have put him and Tom Quinlan in the same room, but we got Simeon to sign this one. Again, this is one of the glossy cards, so that the signature smears just slightly when it transitions from the card stock to the foil gloss stock. Then once we finished that signing, I just ran out real quick and joined Dad back in line for the Royce Lewis line, and we were in the right spot. We had about an hour to go until they started letting people in the room for the signature. So we were at the front of that line, which was great, which means we got to leave a little bit early and get done for the day. Once we got into the Royce Lewis line, Royce was charging $40 per signature, which is about average for the best player on the team. I had this Topps rookie card, Future Stars, that he signed right at the bottom, which is just awesome. And then on the back, there's a little story about how he tore his ACLs and got injured, but now he's working his way back and crushing homers and grand slams for the Twins. And so I also had Royce sign this. I had this genuine auto signature card on a baseball bat, and I really wanted to have kind of like a slugger sign this card so that you would know they were known for their batting abilities. So I had Royce sign this autographed baseball card. They're available at the autographcard.com if you want to pick up some of these. Or the baseball signature cards that look like this. They sell those for different teams and different sports as well, but I like that one a lot. And then, so we were ready to go make a quick trip to the bathroom, which was next to the Champions Club, where Griffin Jacks was signing. So on the way out, I got Griffin Jacks to sign this Topps Heritage rookie card and a couple other players on that list. In that room, there was Brock Stewart, who I believe is a prospect. I had Brock sign the signature card. There was Josh Stalmont, who is also a younger pitcher, I believe. I had Josh sign this signature card. And then the pitching coach, Pete Mackey, was also there. I met him last year, so I had him sign this Twins card. So I had Pete sign that. And that was all the autographs I got from TwinsFest this year. It's a total of 24 autographs I added up how much I paid for all the sessions, and I paid $290, which meant that I averaged $12 per signature, which isn't too bad. A lot of these cards that these are on-card autographs. They're signed on the cards. On eBay, I also picked up a few other cards from some of my players that I knew I might not have a chance to get. So I did pick up this Royce Lewis season ticket card. This is signed on a sticker. So the way this works is like Panini, I think, is the producer. They give the players a sheet of these little stickers, and then they sign their name 100 times and give the sheet back to Panini. And then Panini, they usually witness the player sign them, and then Panini sticks the cards with the autographs on all the cards. So you can see that it's a sticker auto, and they're authenticated by Panini because they guarantee it's genuine. I also got a Panini Contenders draft picks Johan Duran card from 2019, and again, he signed it on a sticker, and they stuck the sticker on the card, and they produced these. I don't think this one is numbered, but it's kind of a cool card, and they're both rookie autos, which I like a lot too. So you can also see how Royce Lewis's autograph has changed a little bit from his rookie year to his 2024 season. He's a little quicker with it, a little slanted, but that's how Royce Lewis's auto has changed over the years. These will go into the collection as well, and then if I have any duplicates of any of these, I like to just list them on eBay to keep my collection nice and clean, uncluttered, if you will. But appreciate everyone listening to the podcast today. Give this video a thumbs up if you collect baseball autographs as well as Magic the Gathering autographs. I will upload this video on Father's Day. So again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Thanks to my dad for going to TwinsFest, hanging out with me for the day, getting these autographs. It's a lot of fun. It's now a tradition. So we'll see you in the next video and catch you next year for the next TwinsFest update. Thanks, everyone.